All right, the first step of this project is going to be to collage different scrap art, old junked art, thrown away art, abandoned art. We're gonna collage it all together. And so we have some papers that people have just scraped paint off onto, their excess paint. We have some old artworks that have been abandoned. We're going to try to collage these in an interesting way. And so I've had you get some papers. You probably want to take your biggest paper and work with that as your base. I'm probably going to glue to that. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to try to figure out some interesting angles. I'm not worrying too much about the artwork itself. I may be looking at the angles of this thing. So I might do something like this, and then maybe something like this, and like this. And that's going to give me kind of a cool shape to work with some interesting colors as well. And then from here, maybe I do something like that and even like that. So I've completely cut this artwork up to where it's unrecognizable. Then I want to start to think about just some simple shapes and design, abstract design, and how I want this thing to be laid out. Maybe I want something nice and long, so I'll take something like this. I really like L shapes and squares and rectangles and trying to kind of frame this thing. I also like overlapping like this or this. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe I'll do something like that there. Maybe I want a big square. And I like the look of this, but don't get too married to the thing that, the look of this collage, because we're gonna wind up covering up 90% of this when it's all said and done. Okay, so here's my collage. I'm kind of liking that. Maybe I look at my magazine now for something that I have. And I kind of like this rectangle shape that we have here with these really bright colors. So let's see what we have here. Is there anywhere for this? I'm not really loving that, so maybe I cut it up here. And maybe do something like that. Okay, this is my design. The next step is to glue it down, and then I'm going to put something heavy and flat on top of it. So pretend I glued each one of these. I'm gonna take something heavy and flat, leave it there, and I'm going to let it dry.